In this video, we will study a very interesting game in which you'll learn a very easy way to play the Najdorf defense. The game began with the moves e4, c5, the Sicilian defense. Black advances with his side pawn and takes control of the d4 square, preventing white from occupying the center with his pawns. White played knight f3, developing his king s knight and taking control of the d4 square, with the idea of following up with d4 and occupying the center with his pawns. And, if black captures on d4, white can recapture with his knight. Black played d6, taking control of the e5 square, with the idea of following up with knight f6 to attack the e4 pawn, preventing white's pawn from advancing. White played d4, occupying the center with his pawns. Black played c takes d4, eliminating the opponent's central pawn. White played knight takes d4. After this exchange, white has a space advantage, but black is left with a central pawn majority. Black played knight f6, developing his king s knight and threatening to capture the e4 pawn. White played knight c3, developing his queen s knight and defending the e4 pawn. Black played a6, entering the Najdorf variation. Black takes control of the b5 square to prevent the white pieces from using it. At the same time, black prepares to advance with b5 and initiate the queenside attack. Black's plan is to play the e5 move, to expel white's knight from the center without allowing it to advance to the b5 square. White played bishop g5, which is white's most aggressive move. The immediate threat is to capture on f6, to weaken the opponent's pawn structure. Now, e5 is not a good move to expel white's knight from the center, because white plays knight to f5, beginning to put pressure on the d6 pawn. The d5 square has been weakened, and white has an advantage. In the game, after the move bishop g5, black played e6, aiming to capture on f6 with the queen to prevent his pawns from being doubled if white captures on f6. At the same time, with this move, black increases and gains control of the d5 square. White played f4, threatening to advance with e5, to attack black's pinned knight. Now black has several options. In the game, he played h6, immediately attacking the opposing bishop to force him to make a decision. If white now captures on f6, black plays queen takes f6 and has won the bishop pair. The f4 pawn is under attack. White can play queen d2 to defend the pawn and prepare to castle queenside. Black can play g5 to break the opposing pawn's attack line. Black, who retains the bishop pair, has very good play. In the game, after the move h6, white played the bishop h4 to preserve his bishop. Black played queen b6, escaping the pin and threatening to capture the b2 pawn. Black's idea is that now knight b3 is not a good option to defend the b2 pawn, since black plays queen e3 check. Black will capture the f4 pawn and has an advantage. After the move queen b6, white can play a3, setting a trap. Since it would now be a mistake to capture the b2 pawn, since after queen takes b2, white can play knight a4, and black's queen is trapped. After the move a3, black's best move is knight c6, developing the queen's knight and threatening to capture the white knight in the center. After bishop f2, black can play queen c7, removing his queen from the opposing bishop's attack line. Black can continue with moves like bishop e7, e5, etc., and has very good play. In the game after the move queen b6, white played queen d2, mobilizing his queen and preparing to castle queenside. Black played queen takes b2, capturing a pawn and threatening to capture the rook on a1. White played rook b1 to defend his rook and attack the opponent's queen. Black played queen a3 to defend his queen. Black played e5, attacking the enemy knight and the d6 pawn. Black played d takes e5, eliminating the opponent's central pawn. After f takes e5, black's knight is still under attack. Black played knight f to d7 to defend his knight. Now the e5 pawn is under attack. If white now plays rook b3 to attack the opponent's queen, black can play queen a5, increasing the pressure against the e5 pawn. Black has an advantage. After the move knight f to d7, white can play knight e4, centralizing his knight and freeing up his queen to take control of the a5 square and prevent the black queen from reaching that square. Black can play queen takes a2, capturing another pawn and attacking the opposing rook. After rook d1, it would now be a mistake knight takes e5, capturing another pawn, because white plays knight f5, threatening to checkmate on the back rank, and white is winning. After the move rook d1, black can play queen d5, centralizing the queen, threatening to capture white's knight on e4, and also threatening to capture the e5 pawn. Black has very good play. In the game, after the move knight f to d7, white played bishop c4, completing the development of his minor pieces and preparing to castle. Black played bishop e7, developing his king's bishop and threatening to capture the undefended bishop on h4. At the same time, with this move, black prepares to castle. If white now plays rook b3 to expel the opponent's queen, black can play bishop h4, check. After g3, black plays queen e7 and has an advantage. After the move bishop e7, white can play bishop g3 to defend his bishop, but black can castle and has very good play. For example, in the case of knight e4, black can play knight c5, activating the knight and threatening to capture the opponent's knight. Black has an advantage. In the game, after the move bishop e7, white played bishop takes e7, exchanging bishops. Black played queen takes e7. The e5 pawn is still under attack. If white now plays queen e3 to defend the e5 pawn, black can play knight c6, developing the queen's knight and increasing the pressure on the e5 pawn. White can play knight takes c6, eliminating the opponent's knight, but now black can play queen h4, check. After g3, black plays queen takes c4, capturing the white bishop, and has very good play. The c6 knight is threatened. After, for example, knight d4, to defend the knight, black can play knight takes e5 and is winning. Since in the case of queen takes e5, black plays queen takes c3, check. Black can castle and has an advantage. In the game, after the move queen takes e7, white castled. Black played knight takes e5, eliminating the opponent's central pawn and threatening to capture the bishop on c4. White played bishop e2 to defend his bishop. Black castled. Black has won 2 pawns and is much better off. The game continued queen f4, threatening to capture black's knight. Black played knight b to c6, developing the queen's knight, defending his other knight and threatening to capture the opponent's knight. The game continued knight takes c6. Knight takes c6. Now white played bishop d3, repositioning the bishop, with the idea of attacking on the king side, but black played queen c5, check, and white resigned. Since the knight on c3 is going to be captured and black is winning. A very instructive game. Now that you know how to fight with the Najdorf defense, there's one more video you should watch, but almost no one will tell you about it. Click on the following video so you can complete your training. See you in the next video.